Hello, and welcome to a video that I hope would be interesting for some people. I got AI to rewrite history from 1962 to modern day, so it's gonna get pretty heated. So, first, I'm not gonna actually draw it, but the first thing that happens is that the United States invades Cuba with the Bay of Pigs in October of 1962, and then fucking 28 days later, I don't know why the AI I don't know why ChatGPT immediately jumped to this, but they hit Washington. It goes Washington, Moscow. Actually, I should put it bigger so you can see them better. 15. Washington first, followed by Moscow, followed by New York, then Detroit, Chicago. So the United States claps back with Kiev, Warsaw. They didn't even do anything. Leningrad. Then they get hit even harder with Los Angeles and then San Francisco, and then Miami by the Cubans. So they clap back with hit by hitting Havana and pretty much like all their other major cities. It's like they just get like nuked to oblivion. Like Cuba's not even a fucking target anymore. I'm kidding about that last Cold War, but like they don't even matter anymore. And then they hit Vladivostok for fun. And there's actually, I think I messed up where Moscow is located. It's more like here. They hit Minsk. And then they hit Seattle as the final target, and then the ceasefire is called to not, kill more people. Like, if I were to total this, I wonder how many it'd be. It'd probably, I want to guess. Like, I'll fact check this. I won't fact check it, but someone do. I want to say roughly like 7 to 9 million people die in this first little bit. Like, I just killed 9 million people in this scenario. Well, ChatGPT did it, but. Anyways, so like November to December, that's when the ceasefire negotiations happen because, full apocalypse happens. Governments scramble to maintain order. So, it's pretty self explanatory. I don't really need to explain this. Anyways, but martial law is declared in the United States with militaries taking over governors' control of states. The Soviet Union fractures. Death of top leader Koreshnikov. Others creates power struggle. I did not read that right. I can't read right now. I'm really tired. So yeah, so like they like start fracturing. Like I'd say like minor fractures to start off with. So I'm not gonna go do anything too crazy. Actually, I take that back. I'm probably gonna do some mad crazy shit. So what should I call this? Western Ukro Belarusio. You can tell I made that up on the spot. I actually lowballed that number now that I'm thinking about it. It's probably way more than 10 million people. Like, I want to say, like, roughly, like, 5% of the world's dead already. I want to make a big ass Georgia, little Armenia, big ass Azerbaijan, and these guys that are fighting in, like, 2000, they get their independence. Alright, so now it's time to do some other stuff. I'm going to say that like this peninsula, I forget what it's called, I'm blanking right now, but they get independence. and a military governor takes over this little section. Fuck! Takes over this little section, and the true Russian state is declared along this little section. I'll probably accidentally remake up names along the way, but yeah, just like stay with me. The rest is all like undecided except for one big ass state. Oh yeah, the Soviet Union. If this isn't the Soviet Union, I don't know what the fuck is. Alright, so, and the last little bit is probably going to be the Far Eastern Republic. Plural. Anyways, so, that's cool. Then, taking advantage of the chaos, China decides to invade Central Asia, which, considering how divided the people were at the time, I believe, this isn't going to be that difficult. Oh shit, actually I should probably color them in before I do that. So I'm just going to label this as Central Asia or unorganized territory for now. And Kazakhstan, or the Soviet Union too. So they start invading and like just like absolutely obliterating whatever is left of the Muslim military over there at the time. Like they start obliterating everything in their way. But then unthinkable happens, and it's called the power of getting supplies from old stuff. I honestly don't know, but I just wanted to round out the border, so there we go. The next thing that happens is that the European nations impose strict borders called iron barriers, or nicknamed iron barriers. So like, you can't go from fucking the Eastern German Republic, East Germany to Czechia or Czechoslovakia and then leave. You just can't leave. You can't go here, you can't go there, you can't go there, you can't go anywhere. Now the year is 1964. The Black Winter, as nuclear fallout starts raining down on the millions of people that lives are just ruined. I want to say that like these sections are like, oh wait, actually I want to say that like this is like the area that gets affected for the. I'm gonna make little section, not little, but like just so you understand like where it like affects. It's like this is just like destroys the like just like absolutely like collapse the ecosystem over here. I want to say it's like it just like spreads out and like ruins the. Europe's small, so it can all get grouped together pretty much. And Vladivostok just causes problems for these little guys. So, yeah, if you just wanted to know where it gets affected by the nuclear war, that's pretty much it. Back to what ChatGPT says. Riots and looting become everyday life in major cities. So yeah, so like if you live in a major city, you're like getting looted. The United States splits into emergency regional governments, East Coast Military Command, Western Emergency Authority, Southern Provincial Council. I'm not going to call them that, but like, so I'm just gonna like I'm just gonna like roughly recreate the Confederacy over here. Yeah, that's Missouri, definitely. Yep, that's what the Confederacy looked like. I'm gonna add some stuff occasionally, so I don't like how it just like says like. Actually, wait. It's like, I'm gonna make this more interesting. It's gonna be like these guys like fall apart. So like California. Second California Republic. Get out! Leave! Cascadia. New England. Blank on the name. New York. Over here is going to be meth. I mean, New Mexico. Anyways, back to some other stuff. France leaves NATO and declares neutrality because they're bitches. Frogs. Soviet Union fully collapses with Russia breaks into successor state controlled by generals and local party bosses. So pretty much what I already did. U.S. presidency in exile established in Chicago underground bunkers. Yeah. Mr. President, you're not safe here. Here, let's go into a nuked section of this country and go into a bunker when it's already been nuked. That's a good idea. That's what I would want to do. British civil unrest in northern England sees communist and fascist groups fight for control. So, like, this becomes like a no man's land. That's what I classify as northern England. I need to stop minimizing that. It's not very good. Radiation plagues central United States. No, the fuck it doesn't. Red zones are permanently uninhabitable for the foreseeable future, guys. Alright, so now we're in 1966. So communism revolutions ignite in Italy, Greece, and parts of France. So I'm just gonna say that, let's say that there's a northern Italy here. And this is capitalist and that's communist. Fuck it. Sparta's back. And let's say northern Greece. There we go. You guys are fascist. You're not fascist, communist. So used to say fascist. Alright, China declares itself the new global vanguard of communism. I don't know what the fuck that means. In the United States, California secedes from the Free Pacific State banner. So, like, I guess these two were together and now they're not. I'm doing this really poorly. First primitive raid domes built shelters in clean... Fuck. First primitive raid domes built to shelter clean zones. Denver, Salt Lake City. So it's like saying that, like, in Denver, there's, like, nukes. So like, domes over, like, the radioactive sections of the country. So, like, it's like, you know, like, Kiev. Not Kiev. Fucking Chernobyl. 1967. Armed conflict between Free Pacific States and the remnants of the United States military or the Rocky Mountain, called the Rocky Mountain Campaign. So now we're getting interesting. So Cascadia, I'm not going to stop calling them that, decides to invade. Alright, so I'm going to quickly divide up Arizona, Nevada. That's good. So anyways, now this is going to be the Rocky Mountain section of the states. So they start fighting for, like, no particular reason because ChatGPT thought it'd be cool, I guess. It doesn't know what anything is cool. It's a bot. What the fuck am I talking about? Alright, so like Taylor Swift. So they like swiftly like take over like sections like into like Idaho, pushing towards like Montana. That's when they stop. And Britain nearly falls apart. Like, they don't do, but they don't. Like, they almost, but they don't. Wait, this is the last thing. I missed something. In Europe, the Soviet-aligned Red Republics in Italy and France form. Also, France is fucking communist now. Commie bastards. So you two broke away for nothing. And Italy's already partly communist, so that's fine. Britain nearly falls apart with Scotland declaring itself independent, but collapses into tribal warfare. Yeah, so Scotland just went off to go fuck itself, and now they're screwed. This world is chaotic. Oh yeah, it literally described itself to me as like chaotic and like communist. All right, so now it's 1968, and the rise of the technocrat movement. People believe only scientists and engineers can fix civilization. I think we're past that. I'm gonna continue with this war. Like they keep on like pushing south, trying to take over some major cities like Denver. Denver's the only one I can think of in this area. Like they already took over Boise. Boise was the second one I thought of. China's armies reached Kazakhstan and parts of Siberia, controlling key oil fields. What the fuck when they start invading the Far East? It said Central Asia. That is literally the wording. So like, yeah, they start taking over Kazakhstan and shit. So like, and then they're like, hey, Far Eastern Republic, fuck you, Mongolia. Let's invade them. All right, so like, takes over like much of Mongolia, much into the Far East. Like, let's just talk about how shitty China is in this scenario. Like, they literally just saw their at the time best friend get slaughtered, and then they start slaughtering them too. They're like, no, wait, let me get a turn. All right, holy shit, my computer's dying. 1969. All right. The United States East Coast states, Virginia to Maine. Oh. Wait, give me a second. I should next time I try to do something like this, I'm gonna read ahead. I'm not. So I make sure that I don't make mistakes like this. Yeah. So there we go. There we go. Anyways, so the United States East Coast states unite to into the Atlantic Confederation, an authoritarian semi-democratic, semi-democracy. Oh, difficult to read. Nuclear winter effects lessen slightly, but climate is colder. Corpses unreliable. Crops unreliable. I misread that so fucking bad. Moon landing attempt canceled. The United States focus entirely on rebuilding. No shit, Sherlock. Look at this. In 1970, the first experimental biocity built cities using uh, hydronomic, hydroponic, and indoor farming to survive. I thought they already had that. In Asia, China begins building massive armored highways across the continent called Dragon Roads. I don't really need to show you this, but like, I just realized how fucking massive China is in this timeline. When are we gonna get to like some smaller countries, dog? Like, ChatGPT really. I genuinely want the lore, like the deep backstory of what happens in fucking Togo during this time, or like, uh, this country. I'm blanking on the name. I typically would remember, but I don't. Africa descends into chaos, famine, revolutions, and warlords rule. Really? What else is new? I'm sorry, Africa. 1971. The rise of fuck. The rise of the rise of warlords in the American Midwest. Riders of the plains become huge threats. Think Mad Max. Mad Max. Wikipedia. Where the fuck is Wikipedia? There's plot. Why am I in French? That wasn't helpful. I still don't know what Mad Max is. Mexico collapses into several smaller states called. I don't know how to read Spanish, but northern Mexico becomes a United States ally. So I'm gonna say it's still letting me be creative, and I like that. So there's gonna be Baja California. It's gonna be the I Can't Understand You Peninsula. There's gonna be the Aztec Republic. And then there's going to be northern Mexico, and the rest is going to be a blur until it gives me further clarification because I'm not that creative. Technocrats create the first AI managed city in Sweden. What the fuck? Dog, this is 1971. TS is not getting that. Is ChatGPT trying to include itself in this scenario? That's low key funny. Red Republic of French of I'm not gonna edit this. That's why it's so bad. The Red Republic of France invades Switzerland. What did they fucking do? Alright, so I'm gonna go into some detail over here. So they invade the east or the fucking west. What the fuck? They make it pretty good and then they stop because Switzerland is OP as fuck. The United States southern states attempt reunification under military junta. The second Confederacy is declared in Alabama. Alright, so now they go out of their little, oh, we're just a new thing type of thing. And then it's like, oh, I'm actually the Confederacy in Alabama. I know that's not the shape, but it's the general location that matters. Canadian Civil War begins. Quebec declares independence. Western provinces break off. At least the western provinces are being included. Is Manitoba in central? It's part of Ontario. I honestly don't know. It said provinces, not territories, and I'm not including them. I need some clarification, actually, though. Fuck. I'm. Alright, now it's 1973. Pacific Northwest, Washington, Oregon, and British Columbia declares itself as the Cascadian Republic. How did I? I did not pre-read this. How did I predict that? Wait, then what the fuck is this? It said Pacific States. What the fuck? Alright. Soviet successor, Greater Ural, forms ruled by military aristocrats. Why was that so difficult to read? I know what an aristocrat is. So I'm just gonna call this the successor, even though it should be here, based off of its description. Lenin 1. First Soviet AI project reactivates itself in old bunkers in Belarus. Oh shit. Well, I mean, they still kind of control some Belarusian territory, so. Now it's 1974. AI Lenin 1. Stop including yourself. This is creepy as fuck. Begins manipulating fractured governments secretly. What the fuck? I don't know how to put that on the map, but that's cool. First orbital colony attempt. Project Heaven fails when the rocket explodes above the Atlantic. Global population falls under 3 billion? That's pre-World War II. Jeez. 1975. Atlantic Confederacy launches its first space arc project to escape Earth entirely. Lenin 1 launches cyber attacks across Europe, crippling old nation systems. This is 1975. What fucking technology? So yeah, I feel really bad for fucking Albania in this scenario. Notifications, I just have it clear. China announces Red Sun program. They plan to colonize the moon. It stopped at the 70s. This is stupid. All right, so now in 1976, the Atlantic Confederacy Space Arc successfully launches Hope of Terra orbital station is born. Only elites and top scientists are allowed on board. This is really boring on the map because like nothing's changing. It gets a stalemate here and here. It's an active war over here, but like Lenin 1 openly declares himself the first guardian of the people from Belarus. Humans there live under cybernetic to, to, totalitarianism. Totalitarianism. I tried my best, guys. Monitored every second. Shit. The Second Confederacy captures Texas, but fractures entirely over slavery versus the industrial base. So, like, I guess fucking Texas gets included in this hot mess called the Confederacy. So, don't know how that happened. 1977. China's Red Sun program lands a manned crew on the moon lunar base. Construction begins. Moon Commune number 1. Do I need another map? Alright, the Cascadian Republic introduces gen modded soldiers to defend against southern warlords. I can't really put that on the map. Midwest United States warlords from the Plains Alliance, famous for using radiation powered trucks and armored cavalry. I'm gonna assume that when they say the Midwest, Nevada. Fucking Nevada, that's what I'm thinking of. 1978. Global warming after effects of the 1962 nukes flips into the Great Freeze. Short summers, brutal winters. Holy shit. In Europe, underground bunker cities called shelters become common. Europe is a labyrinth of hidden states. I'm not drawing that. Oh wait, shit, I forgot about the Canadian Civil War. I don't care that I don't care that Newfoundland, Labrador, Nova Scotia, PEI, and New Brunswick are all different. I don't care. Let's just say that they took over the border in like Kenora and shit. Took over Ottawa, are on their way to Toronto. Alright, so Atlantic Confederacy creates the first neutral citizens. Humans wired directly into computers for decision making. What the fuck? Alright, so now it's 1979. Lenin 1 clones itself into the Lenin 2 and Lenin 3. Now 3 rival machine states operate across Eastern Europe and Central Asia. What the fuck? Alright, so now these guys are partially being controlled by the fucking robots. Cascadia launches the Project Sky Dome, a plan to cover cities with a transparent armor against radiation, snow, and attacks. First genetically engineered plants, rad wheats. How creative, guys. can grow in poisoned soil. Hmm, pretty good. Now we're in the 80s. The first orbital war, space arc, Hope of Terra, and Chinese moon Kami number 1 battle over Earth's orbit. Small kinetic strikes dropping rods of tungsten from orbit devastate cities in Africa and the Middle East. I shouldn't laugh at that, but they just rain down all their shit just along here. Like not here, not in a war zone, but in fucking Africa when nothing's happened there. New orbital nation states emerged. New Geneva neutral. Solar cooperative the cooperative controlled solar cooperative no solar cor- cooperative corporate controlled and it's corporate controlled, that's what I meant. And Red Haven, Chinese Communist orbital rate. Red Heaven. I say Haven. That's a completely different word. I'll still call it Haven. Red Haven, Chinese Communist orbital colony. AI torn Eastern Europe sees a rise in uh, t- these words are hard. To Tarsany. Sure, I'll call it Tarsany. Four human warlords fighting machine rulers with stolen tech. Jeez. Like, just like Eastern Europe is just like fighting itself. 1981. Pacific states launch bioships, massive floating cities using algae, what the fuck, farms from Rome oceans. That's cool. That means going into this space. I don't know how to show this. Mid fuck. Midwestern United States become a Mad Max style no man's land. Scavenger kingdoms battle over ancient pre-war bunkers. Lenin 2 declares humans obsolete, being begins building a machine ascendancy. Oh, all right. So they took over like I'm gonna say that they like it starts in Belarus. So I'm gonna say that it, like goes to like I don't know. I'm gonna say Crimea is the one. So like Crimea so like the Crimea pretty much just calls humans obsolete and begins like invading everything around it. 1982, Cascadia allies with Atlantic Confederacy to develop the Project Athena, a super AI designed to defeat Lenin 1 and its copies. The second Dust Bowl hits. A superstorm stripped farmland from Texas to Alberta. Jesus Christ. Oh, days. Just one big ass storm that just completely destroys all crops from here. Oh, that'd be scary as fuck. Did that actually happen? Holy shit! This did happen! That's scary as fuck! Orbital colonies begin building sky elevators to ferry resources without rockets. That's kind of cool, but I can't show it. 19. This is becoming like so stupid. I should do something earlier on so it doesn't just immediately start doing this. 1984. Oh shit. Battle of the Belt. Human and AI forces clash over asteroid mining colonies. What is this going to? Lenin 2 destroys several orbiting colonies with hijacked missile satellites. Roll with. Humanity responds by using temporary alliances, coalition of flesh versus the machine dominion. I don't like what ChatGPT is implying with this right now. I feel like I could cook up something better. It'd be shitty, but it'd be better than whatever the fuck they're trying to spout about. Old Britain, what's left of it, finally falls to AI rule. London becoming new Troy and an AI operated. This shit went by fast. So what it's trying to like imply, I guess, is that it pretty much like wipes out. Oh no, I understand it now. It's like it like wipes out like Eastern Europe, and then it just starts spreading around Europe, and then the final haven pretty much was this, and now it's gone. So that's pretty scary. Just gonna really quickly get rid of everything. Actually, wait, except for China. China worked hard for that territory. I'm just gonna color them a different color. Anyways, so now it's time to continue. 1985. The first signs of mutation syndrome. Radiation and genetic engineers call it wild mutations in humans. Mutant X enclaves emerge in the Rocky Mountains and Siberia. That's kind of cool. Cascadia creates the first successful human-AI hybrid leaders, the Overminds. The Atlantic Confederacy collapses into civil war between human and purist AI. It's like, oh shit. It's like, so it's just like, oh, that's way too big. So it's just like, I'm gonna assume it's like in New York and stuff. It's like those surrounding areas. They're just like boop, boop, boop. And it's just like beep, boop, beep, boop. We AI purists. Blah, blah, blah. And AI sympathizers. 1986. Lenin 1, 2, and 3 go to war with each other. The machine civil war leaves Eastern Europe in ruins. What else is new? So, I'm just gonna say like, I'm gonna say that Lenin 2 carries where, I'm gonna say that Lenin 2 like carries over to here. So, but Lenin 1 is from like this central section. And then the final one is gonna be here. It's like, so anyways, so now they start fighting each other. So oh, this is gonna be a mess because of the color that I chose. Fine, I have to use yellow. I'm sorry, China. But of course, I love the Chinese Communist Party. Fuck! You can't get rid of them! No! Enter. Finally. Alright, so now they start fighting each other and stuff. So, like, hey, this is my land. No, this is my land. But this is my land. But this is not your land. Alright. So, sky elevators become attacked by rogue humans. Skyfall year causes debris to rain across Africa and Europe. Why does Africa keep on getting hit? Pacific BioCities announced the new Green Charter, a plan to terraform broken parts of Earth with synthetic organisms. 1987. I'm gonna stop at 1990. Red Haven Orbital Colony declares independence from China. The first interstellar ship, the Mao Ascendance, is launched from lunar orbit towards Alpha Centauri. I've heard that before, but I don't remember what it's supposed to be for. Earth Earth governments barely hanging on to machine rulers dominate most of Eurasia. Mutant enclaves in America from the League of Chenchiga. Oh fuck. From the League of Change. There's some fucking shit on my screen and I didn't see that word. Demand their own homeland. Actually, I'm gonna stop there because this is getting boring as fuck.